Hello, and welcome to News 365. Just in, we have finally reached a verdict on the Plessy v. Ferguson Supreme Court case. It has come to us that Plessy has lost. Now, let's take it back to what really happened that day, as we show an old clip. Why don't you take it away, Clara?
As we can see, Plessy was found guilty. Plessy attempted to ride in an all-way railroad car, and then he refused to sit in the black railroad carrier. He was arrested for violating an 1890 Louisiana statute that provided for segregated, separate but equal railroad accommodations.
This is ridiculous! I'm saying ridiculous! You can't hold me back! I'm not even a Negro! I'm not coming!
Wow. That was such a violent clip. I mean, I'm just at the loss of words. Wow. This was taken to the Supreme Courts because the lower courts made it clear that the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment provided no guarantee against private segregation. Our other reporter, Zach, did some fine research on the case, and he has interviewed Plessy and Justice Henry Brown.
This case was a landmark in the United States Supreme Court. It was a decision to uphold the constitutionality of state laws requiring racial segregation in public facilities under the doctrine of separate but equal. I have interviewed Plessy and Justice Henry Brown, and will be with them now.
Well, I tell you what, I was just getting on the railroad like I always do. I always ride to work, I always ride around town. My aunt lives in Missouri. I was going to see her. You know, it's been summer. I went out and got my tan, and I went to get on the railroad car, and the conductor said to me, "Hey, you can get on this car." I said, "What you mean?" He said, "You can't get on this car. You're a Negro. You got to get on the Negro car. You can't be on the white people car." And I said, I ain't need a Negro. I'm a white man. What you talking about?" He said, "I don't care. If you dark skinned, you ain't getting on this car." So I said to him, "You know what? I take you to court. You don't let me on this." He didn't. By God, I took him to court.
Now, Mr. Plessy, do you feel you've been treated unfairly? Being arrested for your constitutional right of public transportation when you claim you're not even African American.
Well, I tell you what, Mr. Whatever your name is, I don't care if I'm African American or not, because 13th and 14th Amendment both say that all men are citizens if they are born in this country. It say nothing about no black man, no citizen. No black man can't ride this. It's called equal rights, and we have them in this country, and it ain't being upheld, and I'm sick of it.
Powerful words from Mr. Plessy. Now back to you, Tanner.
Wow. That was very interesting to hear Plessy's version of what really happened that day. Now, we have another interview of the verdict from Justice Henry Brown.
There was a 7-1 vote against Plessy. How did the court reach this verdict?
Well, I'll say it was a clear, almost too clear for a conversation decision we had. Yes, Mr. Plessy was right. It is our job to protect the rights of the people, including the 13th and 14th Amendment. But there's nothing wrong with segregation. Separate but equal has been ruled before, and it'll be ruled again. And I'll tell you why. Our job is to promote the peace and order of the people. And if it is in good faith, and it is reasonable, and it promotes public safety, and it's our law, and our jurisdiction, uphold segregation.
Thank you very much, Justice Henry Brown. Now back to you, Tanner.
Thank you, Clara. Your interview was quite interesting. And that is all the news we had today. Happy News 365.